A small village which is situated in the Farrukhabad district of Uttar Pradesh state was known as Kampilya, the capital of a kingdom called Panchal in the Mahabharat era. Kampil, which has been erased from the memory of the mankind, is actually a very important place from historical and mythological point of view. 5,000 years old village Kampil, which has been forgotten by the mankind, is once again awakening the mankind from the slumber of ignorance. In the Vedic age, India was divided into 16 Mahajanpadas or states, in which Panchal occupied an important place. It is believed that Pandavas had taken shelter in this village after escaping from the fire mishap of Lakshagraha, which was plotted by their cousins Kauravas to kill them. Their famous wife Draupadi was born as the daughter of Drupad, the king of Panchal. It is believed that Kampil is the nephew of all pilgrimage places and is held in high regard just as a nephew is in the Indian tradition. In spite of being very important from the historical and mythological point of view, life in Kampil is primarily based on agriculture. Green fields can be seen everywhere around the village. Chinese tourist Fa Hien had once visited Kampil. It's believed that Chinese explorer Huensang had also visited Panchal in the 7th century. Huensang had noted in his travelogue that he had visited Panchal and he wrote these lines sitting on the steps of famous Shiva temple called the Rameshwar temple, which is situated on the banks of the river Ganga. He wrote, "I have come to know that this is an ancient temple and it was constructed by Shatrughan, brother of Ram, the king of Ayodhya." This temple is situated on a muddy road at the periphery of the village. It is famous that Sri Ram's brother Shatrughan had installed a Shivling during his victory tour in connection with the Ashwamedh Yajna, which is a function organized by any king to prove himself the greatest king on the land. The road on which the Rameshwar temple is situated leads to the river Ganga, which flows about 5 kilometers away from the village. But the surprising fact is that a few decades back, river Ganga used to flow at the backyard of this temple. The river changed its course due to many natural phenomena and turned away from the temple. A small drain still flows on the original course of the river Ganga, which is called the Old Ganga River. In the monsoon days, sometimes river Ganga overflows and reaches up to the Rameshwar temple. The scene of sunrise from the Rameshwar temple is magnificent. The sunrise seen from the pure and serene atmosphere of Rameshwar temple fills up anybody's mind with infinite peace and devotion. This temple is an exact memorial of the Supreme Father and Supreme Soul Shiva, who is the Father of all the souls. The Shivling is the memorial of the Supreme Father, Supreme Soul Shiva. The flowers of Akh, bay leaves and the water that is offered to the Shivling represent the sinful souls who are transformed from thorns to flowers, meaning deities from human beings through knowledge and Raj Yoga meditation being taught by the Supreme Father Supreme Soul Shiva. The worshippers offer water, flowers, leaves, etc. to the Shivling. But as soon as the process of worshipping is over, the crows and monkeys, which can be seen in every corner of the village, eat up the offerings made to God. A visitor to the Rameshwar temple cannot miss the sight of another temple because it is not any ordinary temple but an octagonal 11-story temple. This temple will be like the Bharat Mata temple of Haridwar. A saint from Haridwar itself has collected funds for this construction from the disciples through his religious lectures. This temple, which is known as the Gita Gyan Ashram, is dedicated to Sri Krishna. One can catch a bird's eye view of the entire village from the topmost floor of the temple. There is a mound in front of this 11-story temple, atop which is situated a room-like temple in which a Shivling is installed. This temple is called Sage Kapil's Hermitage. Sage Kapil is believed to have been the profounder of a type of yoga called Sankhya Yoga. He was born here, and it is here that he had performed penance. Having been established by Sage Kapil, this place is famous as Kampilya since ancient times. There is a Yajna Kund or sacrificial altar near the hermitage of Sage Kapil, which is believed to be the Draupadi Kund or the birthplace of Draupadi, the wife of the Pandavas of the Mahabharat fame. It is believed that Drupad, the king of Panchal, had organized a yajna or sacrificial altar to obtain a son. Pleased with his yajna, the deity of yajna produced from the sacrificial altar a son and a daughter for King Drupad. Son's name was Drishtadyumna, and along with him emerged his sister Draupadi, who was rich in beauty and who later became the reason for the epic Mahabharat war. Nowadays, this Yajna Kund or tank is normally filled with water, in which the local boys swim, but this water is not fit for drinking. There is an ancient bathing place near the river Old Ganga, which was built by a Muslim ruler, Balban, and which is in a dilapidated condition today. It reminds us of the attacks of Muslim rulers on Kampil and the response of the king of Kampil. In its remains, separate changing room can be seen for the ladies. Near the river Old Ganga itself is located another temple, which is known as Kaleshwar Nath Temple. It is believed that Draupadi and Yudhishthir of the Mahabharat epic had installed the Shivling of this temple. Many centuries old idols can also be seen in the temple premises. There is a famous story regarding this temple that during the rule of the Britishers, the officer in charge of the area had ordered the digging up of the Shivling installed in it and bringing it out to the ground level. But when they started to dig up, they were surprised to find that the Shivling was an extension of a huge underground rock, the end of which could not be located, and hence the campaign was stopped. The speciality of the Shivling of this temple is that it is installed below the ground level in a pit dug into the earth. 3 lines are marked on the shivling and bay leaves consisting of 3 leaflets are offered to the shivling. Actually, it is a reminder of the 3 divine tasks of Trinity God Shiva. The incorporeal Supreme Father Shiva establishes the new Golden Age divine world through Brahma, destroys the Iron Age demonic world through Shankar, and sustains the Golden Age deity world through Vishnu, that is Sri Lakshmi and Sri Narayan. There are many small temples near this temple, but the 2 important temples related to Jain religion are situated about a kilometer away from this place. One can have a glimpse of the village life while walking from the Kaleshwarnath temple to the Jain temple. Observing this potter, one is naturally reminded of the Pandavas who, after escaping the fire tragedy of Lakshagraha, took shelter in the house of a potter in Kampil. The Jain temple situated in Kampil are related to 2 different sects of Jain religion, namely Shwetambar Jain temple and Digambar Jain temple. Digambar Jain temple is dedicated to the 13th Tirthankar or Saint Sri Vimalnath Swami. In this temple, 4 stages of Sri Vimalnath have been depicted: womb stage, birth, Diksha or convocation, and Keval Gyan or enlightenment. Among the 24 Tirthankars or saints of Jain religion, only Sri Vimalnath Swami is credited to have passed all these 4 stages of his life at the same place, that is Kampil. On the occasion of annual ceremony or festival, devotees from all over the country gather in these Jain temples. But the surprising fact is that there is not even a single Jain family residing in Kampil. There is a majority of Hindus in Kampil. Local Hindu priests look after the temple. This is a good example of great tradition of equal respect for all the religions in India. The Jain temple of Kampil suddenly reminds one of the Jain temples of Mount Abu situated in Rajasthan. On further inquiries about the specialities of this village, one is told about the spiritual godly university or Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalay. It is said that it was established by the Supreme Father and Supreme Soul Shiva himself through the Advance Party. This university has been working from this place since 1982. It is revealed that this spiritual center is strangely related to the Prajapita Brahma Kumari Ishwariya Vishwavidyalay in such a way that the seekers of knowledge, that is Brahma Kumaris and Brahma Kumars, come to Kampil after being banished from the headquarters of Brahma Kumaris organization situated at Mount Abu, Rajasthan, in the same way as the Pandavas were banished from their kingdom. Such Brahma Kumaris get asylum in this spiritual hermitage of Kampil called Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalay. God gave the basic knowledge of the soul, the supreme soul, and the beginning, middle, and end of this world drama wheel through Dada Lekraj from Mount Abu, and now he is giving the deep or advanced knowledge of the same through the Advance Party. Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalay has many branches all over India, and many of its members run Gita schools at their houses. New members arriving in small groups from within and outside India are given spiritual training for 7 days in this house, which is called Yog Bhatti or Kiln of Meditation. In which they undergo training in an environment away from the impure atmosphere of the world. people speaking different languages are given divine knowledge in their respective languages.
अभी परमपिता परमात्मा आकर हम सब बच्चों को ये बताते हैं कि ज्ञानदाता अगर कृष्ण होता तो शास्त्रों में ही बताया गया है कि जो भगवान है वो अजन्मा है, अकर्ता है और अभोक्ता है। बल्कि यहाँ पे श्री कृष्ण तो क्या है, जन्म भी लेते हैं। उनके साकार में माता पिता को दिखाया गया है कि यहाँ पे उनका किसी माँ से जन्म हो रहा है, किसी गर्भ के द्वारा। और फिर क्या बताया, शास्त्रों में बताया कि अजन्मा है, जिसका जन्म नहीं हुआ, लेकिन यहाँ पे तो जन्म दिखाया है। और फिर क्या बताते हैं कि जो श्री कृष्ण है वो अभोक्ता है, माने कोई भी कर्म करते हुए उसका उन पर लेप छेप नहीं लगता, लेकिन यहाँ पर भगवान को लेप छेप लगते हुए दिखाया है। क्योंकि भगवान ने क्या है, मक्खन चुराते, ढेर सारी लीलाएं दिखाई है ना उनकी, खेल पाल करते हुए, तो इन सब का लेप छेप भी साकार श्री कृष्ण के ऊपर दिखाया गया है। और फिर दूसरी तरफ क्या दिखाया है कि शास्त्रों में बताते कि भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने ही गीता ज्ञान का ज्ञान दिया, वो भी श्री किसको, अर्जुन को। तो यहाँ पे बताया जब अर्जुन ज्ञान सीख रहे थे तो पहले तो भगवान श्री कृष्ण ने भी तो यहाँ पे किसी गुरु से ज्ञान लिया है, उनके गुरु को भी दिखाया है। तो जो गुरु से ज्ञान लेकर सारी दुनिया को ज्ञान देगा तो गुरु श्रेष्ठ हो गए ना, फिर साकार में श्री कृष्ण तो श्रेष्ठ नहीं हुए। और फिर शास्त्रों में बताया कि ज्ञानदाता कौन है, श्री कृष्ण। तो ये तो बात मान्य नहीं है ना, इसीलिए भगवान बताते कि गीता का भगवान कौन है, श्री कृष्ण नहीं है, बल्कि कौन है, शिव है।
जहाँ पर सहज राज याद नहीं होगा तो वहाँ निरंतर याद नहीं होगा। जहाँ पर सहज निरंतर याद नहीं होगा वहाँ उच्च पद नहीं पा सकते। तो जब परमात्मा इस सृष्टि पर आता तो सबको पहचानने की बस की बात नहीं है, क्योंकि परमात्मा भाव को पहचानने के लिए ज्ञान का तीसरा नेत्र चाहिए। तो ज्ञान का जो तीसरा नेत्र तभी मिल सकता है जो गीता पाठी ब्राह्मण गीता का पाठ करने वाले होंगे, गीता का अध्ययन करने वाले होंगे, वही परमात्मा भाव के पाठ को पहचान सकेंगे। तो बाबा ने क्या बोला है कि मुरली से प्यार माना मुरलीधर से प्यार। तो बोला है बेहद का बाप बेहद के बच्चों से बेहद की बातें करते हैं, और हद की दुनिया में बुद्धि लगाने वाले बच्चे उन बेहद की बातों का हद में अर्थ लगा लेते हैं। तो परमात्मा बाप ने मुरलियों में, अनेक मुरलियों के महावाक्यों में, अव्यक्त वाणियों में बोला है परमात्मा बाप के नए पाठ के लिए। जैसे बाबा ने बोला एक दिन पहली मुरली में बोला है, एक दिन पहली भी जो में निकलेगा, परंतु सभी तो देख नहीं सकेंगे, देखेंगे बाबा मुरली चला रहे, आवाज भी सुनेंगे। तो ये बात है किसके लिए, सभी तो देख नहीं सकेंगे, ये उनके लिए बोला है। जैसे ब्रह्मा बाबा, ओम राधे मम्मा, मनमोहनी दीदी, विश्व किशोर भाऊ, ये आत्माएं क्या शरीर छोड़ करके सूक्ष्म तनवासी बनती जा रही हैं, सूक्ष्म शरीर धारण करती जा रही हैं। तो ये बात तो इनके लिए बोला है बाबा। तो फिर बाबा के समय तो, ब्रह्मा बाबा के समय तो भारतवर्ष में टेलीविजन नहीं आया था, तो अब ये बात किसके लिए बोलेंगे, है ना, गुलजार दादी के लिए तो नहीं कहेंगे, क्योंकि गुलजार दादी को अगर माने शिव बाबा कहें तो ब्रह्मा भी कहना पड़े, तो उन्हें कोई ब्रह्मा कहता है क्या, नहीं।
Now we'll know about the three parts of the Kalpa tree. Like we came to know about the religions of the left side, that they don't give importance to purity, and they have one of the five vices important in them. For example, the Islam, it has the vice of lust important in it, and the second religion, for example the Christian religion, it has the second, that is the anger, the important vice in it. Similarly, the Muslim religion, it has the vice of greed mainly in it. Now after that there is the Arya Samaj religion, it has the vice of attachment more in it, and then the last, the atheist religion, it has ego in it.
The seekers of knowledge are told how the foundations for all the religions are laid in the confluence age, and how the souls of various religions of the world are united into one family. They are also explained how all the traditions, customs, festivals, stories, temples, etc. of the path of worship are the reminders of the divine actions of the Supreme Father Shiva performed through Brahma, Vishnu and Shankar, which become just the memorials of worship from the Copper Age onwards.
ज्या वेळेस हे चित्र गुजराती आणि अंग्रेजी भाषामध्ये छापली गेली त्यावेळेस त्या चित्रांमधून राम सीता जे नाव आहे ते काढून टाकण्यात आलं. तर ब्रह्मबाबांनी या गोष्टीकडे लक्ष नाही दिलं. ते काय समजले की जे लक्ष्मीनारायण जे दाखवले गेले आहेत म्हणा, 2 भुजा लक्ष्मीच्या दाखवल्या गेल्या आहेत आणि 2 भुजा नारायणच्या दाखवल्या गेल्या आहेत. तर बाबांनी सांगितलं आहे की विष्णूच्या ज्या 4 भुजा दाखवल्या गेल्या आहेत, 4 आत्म्यांच्या स्वभाव संस्कारांचं कॉम्बिनेशन दाखवलं गेलं आहे. त्यासाठी बाबा मुरलीमध्ये म्हणतात ना कि विष्णु के 2 रूप, लक्ष्मी नारायण के जब बच्चे पैदा होते हैं जो तख्त पर बैठते हैं, तो विष्णु के 2 रूप लक्ष्मी नारायण के बच्चे माना, एक झाले संगमयुगी लक्ष्मीनारायण आणि एक सतयुगी लक्ष्मीनारायण. तर 4 आत्म्यांची निशाणी दाखवली गेली आहेत. तर बाबांनी सांगितले आपला काय आहे प्रवृत्ती मार्ग आहे ना, तर विष्णूच्या ज्या 4 भुजा दाखवल्या गेल्या आहेत, 2 भुजाच्या दाखवल्या आहेत ब्रह्मा आणि सरस्वती दाखवल्या गेल्या आहेत आणि 2 भुजाच्या दाखवल्या आहेत ते शंकर पार्वती दाखवली गेले आहेत.
They are explained how the incorporeal Supreme Father Supreme Soul Shiva establishes the new world, destroys the old world and sustains the new world through the 3 corporeal human beings in the form of Brahma, Shankar and Vishnu, the Trinity. They are also explained that how the human souls take 84 births in this 5000 years world cycle consisting of 4 ages, and how at the confluence of the Iron Age and the Golden Age, that is the elevated confluence age which is going on presently, the Supreme Soul transforms human beings into deities.
પછી અહીંયા બતાવવામાં આવ્યું છે કે દેવી દેવતાની પૂજા સુધી તો ઠીક હતું, પરંતુ એના પછી શું થાય છે કે હનુમાન અને ગણેશ જેવી આત્માઓ એવાની પણ પૂજા શરૂઆત થઈ જાય છે. તો વાસ્તવમાં હનુમાન અને ગણેશ માટે તો બાબાએ એમ કહ્યું છે કે રામકૃષ્ણની આત્માઓનો પાઠ છે, પરંતુ અહીંયા એની વાત નથી કે કેવી આત્માઓ કે હનુમાન જેવી આત્માઓ. તો હનુમાન એટલે શું કે જેમની કમરમાં શું બતાવવામાં આવ્યું છે કે પૂંછડી બતાવવામાં આવી છે ને, તો અહીંયા કેવી પૂંછડી, તો જેને કામ વિકારની પૂંછડી છે. તો યજ્ઞમાં પણ એવી ઘણી બધી આત્માઓ છે જે કેવી છે કામી છે, પરંતુ છતાં પણ એમને ઉચ્ચ ગદ્દી આપીને મોટા મોટા ભાઈઓની જેમ યજ્ઞમાં બેસાડી દેવામાં આવે છે. પછી બીજી કેવી આત્માઓ ગણેશ જેવી આત્માઓ. તો ગણેશ જેવી આત્માઓ માટે કેવી, તો જે મને એમને કામ વિકારની પૂંછડી તો નથી, પરંતુ એમનામાં શું બહુ મોટો અહંકાર, જેવી રીતે એને શું બતાવવામાં છે મોટું પેટ અને મોટા કાન સૂંઢ બતાવવામાં આવી છે ને, કે એમને શું છે અહંકાર છે, જ્ઞાનનો અહંકાર છે. મને એ એવી એવી વાતો જિજ્ઞાસુને સંભળાવે છે કે એમનાથી શું થાય છે, એમને મને એમનો ઉમંગ ઉત્સાહ તૂટી જાય છે. તો એવી આત્માઓને પણ ગદ્દી પર બેસાડીને એની પૂજા કરવી. તો મને પૂજા એટલે સ્થૂળમાં કોઈ આરતી દીવો લઈને પૂજા કરવાની વાત નથી, પરંતુ એમને માન સન્માન આપવાની અહીંયા વાત છે.
મને आफ्नो प्रभावमा लिन्छन्, મને चौडा बढाएर के गर्दछन्, મને कुराहरूलाई धेरै बढाएर के गर्दछन् आफूतिर खिच्दछन्, आफूतिर प्रभावित गर्दछन्, तर बापबाट विमुख गरिदिन्छन्. यस्तो सुरैया चढ्छन् र आँखबाट यस्तो મને भाइब्रेसन निक्लिन्छ कि મને क्लासको वातावरण नै दूषित गर्दछ. यस्तो बेविचार छन्, तर पनि उनीहरूलाई सेन्टर रूपी मन्दिर दिएर राखेका छन्. अब अनि यहाँ जो पुजारी दिखाएको छ त्यो पुजारी के छ ले पूजा गरिएको छ, अर्थात् माना पुजारी माना जसको शिरमा ताज त के उसको पुरै शिरभरि पुरै टाउकोमा के छैन कपाल पनि छैन, अलिकति कपाल देखाएको छ. उसको माथालाई के गरिदिएको छ मायाले पुरै मोडिदिएको छ.
ईश्वरीय सेवा माने कि सामूहिक सेवा, যোগ্যের সেবা, বলছে কারো পার্সোনাল সেবা করা সেই সব ঈশ্বরের সেবা না. কেউ বিমার আছে, শরীর অসুস্থ, করতে পারবে না, তার সেবা করা ঈশ্বরের সেবা, অসুরের সেবা না. তো এই জন্য আমাদের কি করতে হবে, ঈশ্বরের সেবা করতে হবে. তো এখানে সেইটাই দেখানো হয়েছে. মানে এই যে প্রকৃতির জড় তত্ত্ব বুঝতে আছে না, এসে কি করে হাট্টি কাটে ব্রহ্মা কুমার কুমারিয়া থাকে, তার কি করে বলে বলে কোরআন মাতাদের দ্বারায় বাসন মাজা, কাপড় ধোয়ানো হয়, হাত পা দেওয়া হয়. তো এর থেকে কি হবে বোঝা যায় কি তারা নিজের সেবা করাচ্ছে. তো বলছে এখানে যে অধিকারী হবে সেখানে কি করবে, অধীন হয়ে যাবে. অধীন হওয়া মানে এখানে যে সেবা করবে সেখানে সেখানে কি হবে, সে সেখানে অধিকারী হবে. আর এখানে যে সেবা করানোর নিমিত্ত হচ্ছে সেখানে তাদেরকে করতে হবে. এই জন্য বলছেন কি ঈশ্বরের সেবা করতে হবে, মানে যজ্ঞের সামূহিক সেবা করতে হবে, ব্যক্তিগত পার্সোনাল কারোর সেবা করা উচিত না। তো দেহের সেবা করা, পার্সোনাল সেवा करा माने की आसुरी सेवा।
घरला घर माने माफी का अनुभव बच्चे यूनिवर्सिटी माने घानी यूनिवर्सिटी माने विश्वविद्यालय घानी हॉस्पिटल माने आत्मा आत्मा को ईश्वर माना जाए जानने के लिए दिशा दिया जाए। तो ये आधारे वास्तव में बाबा फाइबरी क्रांति करते और बाबा का काम सबसे सही था। तो बयान में बाबा को पूजा पाठ देखिएगा ब्रह्मा को पात्र पूजा दिखाई थी गोटे सेकेंड मुक्ति जीवन दिखाई तो వాళ్ళకి బ్రహ్మాసు విష్ణు పర్యాపై गोटे सेकेंड टाइम
యొక్క సంగమం ఏదైతే ఉందో 60 సంవత్సరాలు మరియు 50 సంవత్సరాలు అని కూడా మురళిలో చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. ఎక్కువ 100 సంవత్సరాలు అని కూడా మురళిలో చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి ఏవైతే బాబా మురళిలో చెప్తూ ఉన్నారో ప్రతి ఒక్కదానికి సరైన అర్థం కూడా ఉంది. అయితే ఇలా ఈ యొక్క విషయాలపైన ఎప్పుడు కూడా మనకి సంశయ బుద్ధి అనేది ఉండకూడదు. ఎందుకంటే బాబా ఏదైతే మురళిలో చెప్తున్నారో ప్రతి ఒక్కటి సరి అయినది ఉంది. ఇది సత్యం శివం సుందరం అంటూ ఉంటారు కదా, సత్యమైన పరమాత్మ తండ్రి వచ్చి ఎప్పుడు కూడా సత్యమే చెప్తూ ఉంటారు. మరి ఎప్పుడు కూడా ఇక్కడ అబద్ధం చెప్పరు. అయితే ఒక 40 సంవత్సరాల సంగమయుగం ఏదైతే ఉందో ఒక 40 సంవత్సరాల సంగమయుగం లోపల పరమాత్మ తండ్రి
ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಬಾಬಾ ಮುರಳಿ ಹೇಳಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ನಾನು ನಿಮಗೆ ವಿಶ್ವದ ರಾಜ್ಯದ ತಿಲಕವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ತೀನಿ, ನಾನು ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇನ್ನು ಯಾರು ಕೊಡ್ತಾರೆ. ಇದಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರಲ್ವ ತುಳಸಿದಾಸ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧನವನ್ನ ಹರಿದ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಹರಿತಾನೆ ಅವಾಗ ಶ್ರೀರಾಮ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ರಾಮ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವನಿಗೆ ತಿಲಕವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ. ಯಾವ ತಿಲಕವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ? ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥಿತಿಯ ತಿಲಕವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ, ರಾಜ್ಯ ಭಾಗದ ತಿಲಕವನ್ನ ಹಚ್ತಾರೆ. ಆತ್ಮಸ್ಥಿತಿ ಅನ್ರಿ ರಾಜ್ಯ ಭಾಗದ ತಿಲಕ ಅನ್ರಿ ಇದೆರಡು ಒಂದೇ ಆಗಿದೆ. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಇವ್ರು ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ, ತುಂಬಾ ಶ್ರೀಗಂಧವನ್ನ ಹರಿಯೋದು ಅಂದ್ರೇನು ಮನನ ಚಿಂತನೆಯನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋದು. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ಸೃಷ್ಟಿ ಹುಟ್ಟಿರೋ ಪ್ರಪಂಚದಲ್ಲಿ ನಂದು ಯಾವ ಪಾತ್ರವನ್ನ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಆತ್ಮ ಆಗಿದೆ.
உருவாக்குறாங்க அப்படின்னா அது 2 minute wait அப்படிங்கிற இந்த பழமொழி இருக்குல்ல, அது போல ஆகிடுதுன்னு சொல்றாங்க. அப்படின்னா என்ன, நிறைய அதாவது ராஜா வந்து ஒரு ராணியோட தூய்மையா இருந்தா அப்படின்னா அவன் நல்ல விதமா ராஜ்யம் பண்ணுவான். அநேக ராணிகளை திருமணம் பண்ணி வச்சிருந்தாங்கன்னா அவனுடைய புதியங்க இருக்கும், அநேக ராணிகள் கிட்ட பிரிஞ்சிருக்கும், அவங்க ஒழுக்கம் வந்து ராஜ்யம் கூட பண்ண முடியாது. இப்ப அது போல நிலை வந்து இருக்குது. அநேக சித்திரங்கள் ராமனுடைய வழிபடி அநேக சித்திரங்கள் உருவாக்கப்பட்டது. அதன் மூலியமா புத்தி அலைப்பாயுதுன்னு சொல்றாரு. சாரத குழந்தைகள் தெரிஞ்சுக்க முடியாது. என்னப்பாம என்ன சொல்லியிருக்காரு, எப்ப இருந்து கிறிஸ்டியன்ஸ் வந்தாங்களோ அந்த சமயத்துல இருந்து ரொம்ப நிறைய சித்திரங்கள் உருவாக்கப்பட்டிருக்கு. அதுக்கு முன்னாடி சித்திரங்கள் உருவாக்கப்படல. பின்னபாபா சொல்லியிருக்காரு, இந்த பிரதர்ஷனி படவிளக்கம் போய் கோவில் எல்லாம் போய் சொல்றாங்க இல்லையா, இந்த படவிளக்கங்கள் சொல்லப்பட்டிருக்கு அப்படின்னா இதெல்லாம் வந்து இந்த இன்வென்ஷன் வந்து பாபாவோடது கிடையாது, அப்பாவோடது கிடையாது, ரமேஷ் குழந்தையுடைய இன்வென்ஷன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லியிருக்காரு. குழந்தையோட இன்வென்ஷன் அப்படின்னா அப்பா அதை வந்து இது பண்ணல, சித்திரங்கள் உருவாக்கப்பட்ட
While returning from Kampil, one gets the feeling that an important tourist place and spiritual center like Kampil has been really wiped off from the memory of humanity, and neither the state government nor the central government is paying attention to its proper development. While travelling from Kampil to the nearest railway station, Kayamganj, brick kilns can be seen where thousands of bricks are produced every day. Observing these brick kilns, one is reminded of the Rajyog Bhatti program being organized by Adhyatmik Vishwavidyalay at Kampil. Just as the bricks are prepared and baked in the kiln, similarly, the brick-like souls are made powerful through godly knowledge and Rajyog, through which they can withstand the polluted atmosphere of the world and the cyclones of vices. The souls baked in this spiritual kiln are like golden bricks, whose powerful gathering alone can establish heaven on the earth. Thus, while returning from Kampil, a tourist takes along with him the memories of the glorious history of Kampil as well as its perception of bright future which endeavors to unite the whole world into one family. Om Shanti.